Hey everyone, and thank you once again for coming back to my channel, Ray Condor. I just like to call myself Ray Condor. This is a channel that I have for the people who want to learn more about travel, who want to learn more about Colombia specifically, but I also use this channel to talk about things that I care about. Is one of the subjects that I like. One of my favorite hobbies is to do Chinese martial arts. And before we begin, if you can do me a favor, please hit the like and subscribe button if you would like to receive more content, or at least to push the algorithm so more people can receive my videos from now on. All right, hopefully I have better lighting here. So everyone, once again, thank you very much. I'm making a response video to someone who left me a comment. If you haven't seen a previous video, I made a video about Chinese martial arts, Wushu as it's properly called, also known as Kung Fu outside of China. And this was basically from a Chinese martial arts perspective, how to defend against, grappling arts like Judo and Jiu-Jitsu. So if you're a person that doesn't do martial arts, if this doesn't interest you, I'm going to try and make it in a way that you can understand. I won't go too much detail and be too technical with it, but I want everybody to join along. All right, it's not a pressure test if you haven't tried it against an actual attempt. Until you find an apt judoka who actually tries hard against you without trying to appease your honor, this is mere hypothesis. It's not actual experiment. John, I would like to thank you very much for responding. I first would like to say that yes, I have sparred actually against judoka and Brazilian jiu-jitsu players. For the people who don't know martial arts, I believe the word judoka is someone who practices the judo martial art. John Shell also writes, I'm sorry to say this, but I can tell you right now that just from watching that none of this will work. For one, a judoka just doesn't make a motion and wait for you to do yours. You're under constant pressure, push or pull. That is correct. This is the reality of fighting. I practice martial arts in the traditional sense where it is based for combat. No one is just going to make a move and just stay there waiting for someone to react. And for the people who are not understanding what he means, I believe in Judo there has something called randori, which is a freestyle sparring, as we're going to see. So as you can see, we have two judo players here trying to go at each other. So as you can tell, they are not trying to stay still in one particular pose. They're not trying to pause. They're changing angles. They're pushing, they're pulling. They're trying to change their height. So they're trying to find a better position to get the throw in. And as you can see, he got the throw in right now. And no, when they were sparring against me, they were not holding back. This wasn't about honor, but at the same time, they weren't trying to be jerks. We do have this respect within the martial arts, even though we have from different disciplines. If the judoka is proficient, there is no point in which you can afford to freely perform your art, because doing so means letting go into his pressure, and that exact moment you already lost your grip on the ground and next find yourself on the floor. As you can see, you have a Tai Chi practitioner in the black. His name is Sifu Nico. Sifu means teacher in Cantonese, and the one in the shorts is a state wrestler. And as you can see, the wrestler is trying to take him down to the ground, but the Tai Chi practitioner is trying to maintain his posture. The purpose of this particular clip is for him to be preventing to be taken down to the ground. Section here, I'm using my friend's son to try to show him how softness can overpower hardness. I'm using Tai Chi and Bagua respectively. I will show this in full later on, but I just want to show people that when I'm trying to basically not fight against this pressure in order to prevent myself to being thrown. And yes, it is true that in real life, you're going to actually feel actual pressure. But if you have this person actual constant pressure and you let go, look what happens. See, the thing is in Chinese martial arts, you have internal martial arts called Neijia and external martial arts called Weijia. And in Neijia, you have something called, which is called yielding. So you have to learn how to yield and you have to learn how to dissolve, which is a different type of terminology. And it's not telling you to be flimsy, because obviously you're flimsy, you're going to get overtaken. Three best examples of internal martial arts are Xin Yi Chuan.
就一气之伸缩，顺步炮拳，劈崩连环，狸猫上树，提步横拳，
八卦掌 and Tai Chi Chuan. going back to the original video, I'm trying to show people that if you use strength against strength, you're going to lose. And the guy who's picking this guy up and throwing him down, he's actually a Tai Chi guy. But most people don't understand that Tai Chi is actually half grappling, half 50% wrestling, although it is stand-up wrestling. So as you can see, when I start being soft, my friend is no longer able to control me. I'm actually using Pakwa, which is circle walking, also known as a trigram palm, and I also use bits and pieces of Tai Chi. When you use strength against strength, the person who is bigger is always going to win. But if you learn how to yield, you can learn how to divert the energy. But it takes time, that takes practice, that takes practicing against somebody who's bigger, somebody who's faster. It takes a lot of patience and also a lot of sparring. Now, as you can see here, the guy in the black who's also a Tai Chi guy, he's actually leaning forward. In the Tai Chi family that I had learned, which is another variation of the Young family, because he does Young family also, I was actually taught to have my back straight so you don't get thrown as easily. So as you can tell, my posture is a little bit different. But the principles of internal of Tai Chi and Bakwa are the same. When you learn how to accept, when you learn how to dissipate and go with the energy, you cannot be taken down. But once again, no one is telling you to be flimsy. This is the big mistake that some people do, especially when they're beginners in Tai Chi. They think that you gotta be completely soft, which is not the case. Otherwise, they will overpower you, the opponent. Okay, so in this last video, what I'm doing is I'm doing free sparring. However, I'm not doing a particular style. I'm just doing whatever comes, either boxing, wrestling, whatever. And I actually try to take him down to the ground. So he is supposed to maintain his posture in his style, which is doing Wing Chun at this moment. And I'm doing whatever. And he's supposed to maintain his structure, his posture, his timing within the style that he was learning. And so I'm here. I'm not, this is not prearranged. I am pressure texting for real. I'm actually trying to take him down. I'm actually trying to grab onto him. The only thing is that we're pulling the punches because we don't want to get hurt. Even though I was hit in the nose one time and I was bleeding. As you can see, I'm trying to grab onto him. He's not allowing me to grab onto him. He's not doing any type of counter grappling. He's not doing internal because he's doing the external style. The difference between internal and external is the way how you express your power. It is a little bit more rough. It is a little bit more, let's say, rudimentary in a way that is more visible. But as you can see, he's not allowing me to take him down to the ground. Now here, slowly, I am switching to Kung Fu. Here I'm trying to use a little bit of boxing. As you can see, he trapped my hand. But little by little, I'm actually breaking out and I'm starting to go into Kung Fu mode. Here I allow him to hit me because I want him to feel how it is to hit another person. And slowly but surely, I'm starting to counter using the Chinese martial arts that I had learned, but I'm not doing internal right now. I'm actually starting to do Wing Chun also. The elbow was not Wing Chun. Here, you see me leaning forward, which is a big no-no. I'm breaking away from my structure. In the Chinese martial arts, you do not want to break your posture. What you need to do is you need to continue to maintain the posture that you had learned. Here, I'm trying to use boxing to break through. And here, I'm using complete Kung Fu only. As you can see in here, I'm using stances, I'm using postures, I'm reacting, I'm using smaller movements, I'm not wasting energy. And this is basically me actual pressure testing, and this is not prearranged. Alright guys, so if you made it this far, I want to say thank you very much for supporting my channel. The reason why I'm sitting on the bed right now is because I'm tired of sitting down in the living room right now. And I'm trying to take care of someone as this little one here. Anyways, what I'm planning to do, if you made it this far, please like and subscribe. The next two videos that I will make are videos responding to two YouTubers. Well, not responding, actually making commenting about YouTubers, the videos that they made about going to Colombia. One is a travel blogger. He did live in Colombia for like 2 or 3 years. He actually got married there, got divorced. I think he's in Poland now, and the other one is still living there with his Colombian girlfriend. So I plan to do like a reaction video so people can see the Colombian side or the Colombian opinion point of things. I'll try to be as objective as possible, but unfortunately Colombians tend to be a little bit ultra nationalistic. Thank you very much. Lots of love. Please like and subscribe for more content.